The New York Yankees just shook up the baseball world in a big way because the deal is officially confirmed, the contract is complete, and the Bronx Bombers have added a brand new first baseman to the roster. And let me tell you right now, Yankees fans, this move could end up being one of the most important decisions of the entire season because this isn't just another depth signing or a quiet roster tweak. This is a statement move. This is New York saying they are serious about fixing one of their biggest problem areas, and this front office finally pulled the trigger after weeks of rumors, speculation, and non-stop chatter across MLB circles. And ever since the news broke, fans have been flooding social media. Talk shows are buzzing, insiders are weighing in, and everyone is asking the same question. Is this the missing piece the Yankees have been searching for? Or is this another risky gamble in a long line of high-pressure Bronx decisions? Because when you look back at recent seasons, first base has been a revolving door for New York. Injuries, inconsistency, short-term fixes, and players who never quite lived up to expectations have haunted this position. And that's exactly why this confirmed signing matters so much. The Yankees clearly saw the writing on the wall. They evaluated their options, and they decided it was time to lock someone in who can bring stability, production, and a fresh spark to the lineup. And according to team sources, this deal didn't come together overnight. Negotiations had been ongoing behind closed doors. Multiple teams were reportedly monitoring the situation, and the Yankees had to move quickly once the market started heating up, because they knew waiting too long could cost them their target. And now that the contract is finalized, we finally get a clearer picture of what Brian Cashman and the front office are trying to build moving forward. This new first baseman brings a blend of power, experience, and defensive reliability that the Yankees desperately needed. And while some fans may still be skeptical, the numbers tell a story of a player who can drive in runs, protect the middle of the order, and give pitchers confidence, knowing there's a steady glove on the right side of the infield. And let's be honest here, the Yankees lineup last season was far too streaky, too dependent on a few stars, and way too vulnerable when injuries hit. So adding a legitimate everyday first baseman immediately balances things out. It gives Aaron Judge more protection in the order. It creates better matchups for opposing pitchers, and it allows Aaron Boone more flexibility when setting his lineup night after night. And beyond the stats, this signing sends a message to the clubhouse that management is committed to winning now, not next year, not someday, but right now, because the AL East is no joke. The Orioles are rising, the Rays are always dangerous, the Blue Jays are loaded with talent, and Boston never stays quiet for long, so standing still was never an option for New York. They had to make a move, and they did. And what makes this deal even more interesting is how it reshapes the rest of the roster. Suddenly, younger players who were fighting for first base reps may shift roles or become trade pieces. Bench depth looks stronger, and the Yankees now have a clearer identity heading into spring training. And insiders are already saying this move could be just the beginning, because once you solve one major hole, it opens the door to address others, whether that's adding bullpen help, another bat, or even exploring trade possibilities before opening day. And Yankees fans know all too well that one move usually leads to another in the Bronx, especially when expectations are sky high. And speaking of expectations, this new first baseman is walking straight into one of the toughest markets in sports. There's no easing in, no quiet adjustment period. Every at-bat will be analyzed. Every error will be magnified. And every hot streak will be celebrated like a championship parade. But from everything we're hearing, this player understands exactly what comes with wearing pinstripes. He's ready for the spotlight. He's motivated to prove himself, and he sees this as a massive opportunity to cement his place on a contending team. And that mindset alone could make a huge difference because talent matters, but confidence and hunger matter just as much. And you can already imagine how this changes the dynamic of the Yankees' offense. More runners driven home, fewer wasted scoring chances, and hopefully fewer nights where fans are left shaking their heads after leaving too many men on base. And defensively, first base stability means cleaner infield play, smoother double plays, and less pressure on the rest of the defense. And let's not forget how much a solid first baseman helps young pitchers too, saving throws, scooping low balls, and turning potential errors into outs. Those little things add up over a long season, and now the Yankees finally have someone they trust to handle that responsibility every day. And while some critics are already debating the contract value and long-term impact, the reality is this team needed action, not hesitation, and this move shows urgency. It shows belief in the current core, and it shows that the Yankees aren't content with simply making the playoffs. They're aiming higher. They want October baseball. They want deep postseason runs, and ultimately they want another World Series banner hanging in the Bronx. And you can feel that energy building right now. Fans are already imagining opening day lineups, debating batting orders, and predicting win totals, because hope is back, excitement is back, and baseball season suddenly feels a lot closer. And for the players already in the clubhouse, this signing raises the bar, competition gets tougher, expectations get higher, and everyone knows there's no room for complacency anymore. And that's exactly how championship teams are built. Piece by piece, move by move, with smart decisions and calculated risks. And whether this new first baseman becomes a fan favorite or a polarizing figure will depend on what happens between the lines. But one thing is certain, he now has a golden opportunity to write his own chapter in Yankees history. And moments like this are why we love baseball. The surprises, the deals, the fresh starts, and the constant belief that this year could be the year. And as spring training approaches, all eyes will be on how quickly he gels with his teammates, how he adjusts to Yankee Stadium, and how Aaron Boone uses him in different situations. Because this signing has ripple effects across the entire roster, and Yankees fans should buckle up because this offseason is far from over. More moves could be coming. More rumors will surface. And the road to opening day is just getting started. But right now, the headline is clear. The Yankees have completed the contract, the new first baseman is officially in pinstripes, and the mission to reclaim dominance in the American League is officially underway. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think about this signing. Does this move push the Yankees closer to contention, or do they still need more pieces? And if you're excited for what's coming next, make sure you stay locked right here, because we'll be covering every rumor, every update, and every breaking move as New York continues to build toward what they hope will be a championship season.